Hello, Fossil Fool here, and welcome back to episode 25 of our Jurassic World Evolution series. Now, today, basically what I wanted to do was start the science mission on Isla Sorna, but also kind of just explain a little bit about what I've done for the next three episodes, so that you know what we're getting into. Now, if I just press Y here, it goes to the view. So if you remember last episode, we had this huge open space. I used a bit of facilities over here to kind of get us to 5 stars, but we still had a lot of open space. So what I've done is I've just created these 4 enclosures. There's one there, one here, and one here. They're about 3 walls thick for most of them, even up to like the guest part. Um, Apart from I think like this little bit here is 2. But anyway, basically that's so that we've got 4 really good exhibits for each of the missions. Because if you look at these missions, we're starting off with the science one, which means which requires us to have all of these dinosaurs together. But we're going to have to release them in separate ones first, and then I'm going to use the gates to count them as being all housed together. I've also got a plan for this one, so I'll explain that in a minute. The security mission, that's 4 different dinosaurs, all carnivores, so they can each have an exhibit to themselves. And then the entertainment mission is 5 different dinosaurs. However, the Brachiosaurus is going to go in the sauropod enclosure we already have. The Triceratops can go somewhere else. The Stegosaurus probably can go in here. And then we've got the T-Rex and Spino as well to put in. So we've got enough exhibits with enough room for each of the 3 missions, because at this point, if you've not been watching the series so far, we have 5-starred Sorna. So as you can see, I've unlocked both the jungle and drivable gyrosphere. I have now unlocked everything off camera contract wise, apart from just completing the missions, which I've kind of kept on here because what I want to do is each of these episodes for the next 3 will be like a guide for the missions, because I'm pretty sure we can get them done okay. So what I'm going to start with is the Pentaceratops. Now the plan here is I've basically given, as you can see, 99 attack, 46 defense. I've given that to each of the Pentaceratops. It only requires 2 for the mission, but I've given 4 just in case the social is higher, so that they're all better than the Metrocanthosaurus, because the Metrocanthosaurus, really, I don't want to be killing dinosaurs. I want that to get killed first, and then literally all we've got to do for the rest of them is literally just wait. Now, so I'm not going to release the Metrocanthosaurus until we've done all the other dinosaurs, like the Kentrosaurus, the Triceratops, the Apatosaurus, because we want the Pentaceratops to go in here, and then we'll put like the Apatosaurus in here. I think I've put the feeders at the very end. Yeah, there's one. So we'll put the Apatosaurus in this one, we'll put the Triceratops in this one, and we'll put the Kentrosaurus in this one. And then, like I said, I've placed the feeders at the very end of the exhibit so that they try not to come too close to the gates when I open them up for all of them to be together, so they can stay comfortable. But yeah, we're going to try and release all those into the different exhibits, and then the Pentaceratops will hopefully kill the Metrocanthosaurus when we put the Metrocanthosaurus in with them, so that then hopefully we'll just have a really easy mission. All we'll have to do is just wait for the timer to go down. I think they have to be together for like 5 minutes or something. We'll just have to wait for that to go down, and that'll literally be it. I like the animations, but it's at times like this where I'm like, just get out. You get out of here. Okay, so I'll close this now. I will open this one, and we can put the Metrocanthosaurus out. And I just need it to go in here first, and then I'll be able to open the gates, and that should count as everything is housed together. It should do. So I'm just going to let it go for a minute first, and then I'll open this. So we've incubated and released everything. Now he's going in there, so I can open this one. I can open this one. And I can open this one. Now please tell me that counts as them all being housed together. It should do, because they're all gates and they're all technically the same exhibit. But I guess we'll see in a second.
A good scientist is a good
There
observer.
we go.
That's what we want to do now. Observe. And keep our dinosaurs' welfare high while minimizing disruption within the community.
I don't know about the science, but that is quite the show you're putting on.
Yep, ensure
Is
all
anything
dinosaurs are housed together.
anything else?
That's got a
And can we
tick, and now it's
predict when
counting
it will
down.
happen so we can sell tickets?
So, ensure each dinosaur remains housed within a secure enclosure. Now, their comfort's going down, but again, like I said, look at how long it's going to take for them to be uncomfortable. I think they'll be okay. I think they'll be just fine. Because we'll have them tranked and sold before long anyway. The trikes are kind of over here, but I'm hoping they stay in their own enclosure. The Kentrosaurus definitely should, because they're way, way, way far away from here. And then I'm hoping, like I said, that the Metrocanthosaurus picks a fight with one of these and dies, because then we really, really definitely have nothing to worry about, because that'll be it then. Um, we won't have anything to worry about, because we won't have to worry about any dinosaur deaths, because the one carnivore that can kill the herbivores is dead, and we'll just have to wait for the timer to run down, and that should be the science mission complete. Now, admittedly, look, I'm not saying it's the easiest thing in the world, because I've had to create an entire side of the island to do this. I mean, I've probably gone overkill. You probably didn't need to do this much, but I figured because we'd already got 5 stars and we hadn't used any of this part of the island, we may as well just use it. Um, and now I'm glad we did. Oh, these? No, they're just panicking. I thought they were picking a fight then. But yeah, still going. No problems so far. Comfort levels are all steady. Let's just check on the Apatosaurus, because they're really the only ones that have potential, and they're still quite high, so I think by the time this mission's over, they'll probably just be getting uncomfortable. But I doubt anything will happen. These guys are all at 100%. You're all at 100%. And yeah, a trike has wandered into the Kentrosaurus there.
A contract just landed on my desk.
This admittedly is why I tried keeping the feeders down the other end, because I wanted them to stay in their own exhibit. But to be fair, it doesn't matter the Triceratops going in with the Kentrosaurs. Really, it's the Pentaceratops they don't like a lot of population if you have a look. So if you was to put, they're far enough away from the Apatosaurus, the Triceratops, and the Kentrosaurus, so that they're not bothered at the moment. But the gates being open counts as them all being housed together. However, if you put all these dinosaurs for this mission in a exhibit that's of a smaller size, let's say just like this one, you put all of them in here, that distance won't count, and the population will be too high for them. So really, the gates, having different enclosures with the gates open is the key to doing these missions, because you can effectively control that feature of them all being housed together without ruining the population requirements and things like that. And to be honest, I didn't even need to give the Pentaceratops the kind of, like the better attack and defense than the Metrocanthosaurus, because it's really not bothered with anything. But it was just in case, because, like, luckily it's not run out of here. But what I wanted was the Pentaceratops to kill the Metrocanthosaurus, because what I was worried about was these gates have got to stay open. If this decides to run out of here and go into the Triceratops or go into the Kentrosaurus and kill one, that's fine killing one, but if it has time to kill 2 or 3, we might end up failing the mission. At this point, we're fine. There's no way it's going to get out and kill at least more than one. I can't even see it killing one, but it's definitely not going to kill anything. Well, it's definitely not going to kill enough for us to fail the mission at this point. 45 seconds left. We're all good. We're totally fine. So yeah, I would say the only thing I did wrong so far, to be honest, and I would suggest you try and do the same, is obviously I misunderestimated how many Kentrosaurs you need. So you need 3 and not 2, and they came out, and I think because of the storm that hit, combined with the fact they were already uncomfortable, their comfort level dropped like drastically. So I would just say make sure you've got 3 Kentrosaurs. The Apatosaurus, as you can see, the comfort level is going down, but it's not reached the tipping point before the mission is complete. So we didn't need to. You don't need to have a third one. I would say you can have one if you want, just for peace of mind, but you don't need it. I didn't need it, did I? I think that should be it. I mean, we're at 0 for the timer, but the tick for ensure all dinosaurs are housed together has gone off, and I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's because I've completed it. I'm not really sure what's happening, to be honest. The Metrocanthosaurus has wandered into here. Oh, the tick has come back on, so it must have just been because it was crossing in between enclosures. And there you go. We've passed the science mission for Isla Sorna. It was extremely easy to do.
We have a fully functioning
You know, as long as you
ecosystem
plan
in
it properly.
place. That was my plan, and now we have seen it come to fruition. You work well for me, with me, and I know that isn't easy. I thank you for that.
Nature doesn't abhor order, it abhors predictability. Routine leads to stagnation, which leads to atrophy, which leads to extinction. Until somebody smart enough to know better becomes predictably foolish enough to do it, or in this case, undo it.
Wise words. So,
Well,
oh well.
I'm at a bit of a loss here.
I was gonna talk, but Diva interrupted me.
The science division. I doubt our research will ever be the same. I didn't believe it possible that there was someone as passionate as myself when it comes to our work, to the dinosaurs and their integration into our modern world. But you've proven me wrong.
So, we've achieved everything we can with the science division on the on the Jurassic World Evolution campaign anyway. So we've got the DLC and stuff, but for the campaign we've done everything we can. Yeah, so that was as easy as it was really. Like I said, I think really the key to these missions, they're not very difficult. It's just preparing for them properly. I'm not saying 100% I prepared, amazingly well. I definitely messed up a couple of things, like the Kentrosaurus, and I don't know. I planned for the Pentaceratops to kill the Metrocanthosaurus, and it didn't happen. So I kind of got a little bit lucky that it didn't run out of the exhibit earlier. But I think within a 5-minute timer, you're probably fine either way. There's no real risks with a 5-minute timer. You're probably not going to have too many dinosaurs die as long as you keep them separate like I tried to do. I would still recommend giving the Pentaceratops better attack and defense and putting the Metrocanthosaurus in with them to try and kill it, because then you have no worry at all. But all I'm saying is if you can't do that, or you just forget to do it or whatever, I don't think it's the end of the world, absolutely. Maybe you just have to use a ranger car to try and divert the Metrocanthosaurus or heal the herbivores when they're fighting. That's maybe what you would have to do. But in terms of the way I've set it up, I think personally this is the best way of doing it, because the Metrocanthosaurus either didn't attack these because it was scared of them because it knew they could kill it, or it just didn't attack them for whatever reason, but at least it was in with them, so if it did attack them, they would kill it, and if it didn't, and it got out, it would probably only get out of the exhibit way later during the mission, so that the time was nearly running out. I also put a carnivore feeder down so it was drawn to this side of the lake, it would have water and food together, and it would stay away from the gate itself. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's episode, guys. A quick little guide on the Isla Sorna science mission. Please let me know what you thought of it, if you thought it was a good guide, what you did, etc. And I'll see you in the next episode for the entertainment mission. Thanks a lot again, guys. This is the Fossil Fool, signing out.